Hello lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you will know that I held a poll this week and asked you who, like I do every week, and I asked you who you wanted to see me read for, and the vote was literally by a huge percentage for Cardi B. So if you want to be involved with who I read for next, then make sure you go over and follow me on Instagram so you can have your say and your vote. Remember to subscribe down below for more psychic readings. I upload them every single Sunday and sometimes a little bonus video in the week. And if you want to book a private reading with me, it's kirstieLewisreadings@outlook.com. I have got every single one of your add me to the waiting list. I've got them all. I'm working on getting those price lists out to you. I work full time, so I have to do it in my spare time, but it's coming much sooner than you think, and thank you so much for your patience. But anyway, let's get into reading for Cardi B. Right, Miss Berkeley's. Cardi B's energy is so black and white, okay, and it's really funny. I've never ever read for someone and pulled on their energy and been pulled to this deck only. Like, I am going to pull some tarot cards, but literally her energy is so blunt, and she, obviously we know she says it how it is. I just feel like we just need simple answers. Okay, so there are a few things I pulled on when tapping into Cardi B's energy, and Cardi B's got a few little snakes in her camp that she needs to get rid of. There are a few dodgy people in there that don't have her best interest at heart. And I feel like Cardi B at the moment is in this whirlwind of fame and celeb. She needs to just come back down to earth a little bit. She needs a little bit of grounding. Now, I also heard that the next album isn't going to do as well as Invasion of Privacy, but Cardi B is going to be in a film, okay? And this was really interesting to me. Cardi B is going to be in a film, and she's actually a very good actress. And this film is going to propel her into a different world. And what I mean by that is, when I tapped and I asked, show me Cardi B's, next 6 months to a year, I saw the music kind of getting left behind, and I saw her more on TV, television programs, films. So I don't know if that's where she wants to go. The thing with Cardi B is, it was never about being a big rapper, was it? For her, it was just about opening any door that can get her money and get her a business, off the ground. She doesn't care where the money's coming from. She doesn't care where the fame's coming from, as long as that's what she's got and that's what she's interested in. She wants the money, she wants the fame. If that includes music, then great. If it doesn't, then great. She's not really, it's not like, oh my God, my whole life I wanted to be a singer and a rapper. Not really. Like, her whole life she wanted to be a businesswoman and she wanted to have money, and however that comes, I feel like she's happy to go with that. So we are going to pull on the tarot, but I do feel strongly we need to pull on these. Okay, I also feel like there's those trust issues. I know that's obvious. Also, like, I've been seeing comments from people like, everything you're saying you could read in the news. Well, maybe that's because what I'm pulling on in the energy is true. Maybe. I don't know. I don't go and read news articles on these people before I read for them. Like, what's the point of that? Like, I wouldn't get any enjoyment out of that. And also, this is my gift. This is my craft. Being a psychic medium is my craft. I would never ever, and I honestly mean this, I would never ever go and research someone, look on their social media, look on the internet, and then come in here and pull the cards. You see me pull the cards. I can't make it up. This is my gift. I would never ever do that. So please don't ever think that I'm doing that, because it's just not true. Sorry, they frustrate me and I just delete those comments. But anyway, let's read for Cardi. Right, Cardi B. I put the makeup on Monday, Ferrari Friday. Pussy sweet, it's a side tray. That's just what Clive say. I say, babe, it's a snack. He said it's an entree. With them pretty twins, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money bag. Okay. Cardi. Okay. You know what? Cardi in front of the camera is so, like, full of energy and so, like, in your face. But I really feel like behind the scenes, she's just not the same. I'm not surprised to see these cards. Okay. Cardi B. Cardi B. Oh dear, yeah, okay. I didn't expect this, I must say. I was expecting a little bit, because when I pulled on her energy, I did feel a little bit of difficulty, like she's going through something, but her mental health is not okay, and she won't accept it. She's scared to stop working because obviously if she doesn't work, she doesn't get paid, and Cardi is highly motivated by money, but she actually really needs to take a break. Now I'm going to obviously start here and we'll move over. Two of Cups talks about a love commitment. Really is a good card to pull. Two of Cups talks about a happy relationship. It talks about creative bonds being favoured, you know, working positively as a team, as a partnership. It talks about reconciliation where things haven't been so great, okay, which is really interesting, because when you think about her relationship with Offset, obviously we know that there has been unfaithfulness, and although on its own the Two of Pentacles on its own the Two of Cups is a really good card, tied to it we've got the Devil, and unfortunately I just feel like the relationship's not bad, like don't get me wrong, and I do feel like Offset is really trying, but it's in Offset's nature to not be in a, what's the word, is it monogamous? Is that where you're just with one person? That's not in his nature. He finds it very hard to just be with one person. I can feel the struggle, and I can feel, for Cardi, it's not, you know, she's like, damn, she's like committed. I committed to you, I'm tied to you, I'm tied to this ideal, I want to be with you. But for him, it's a real, like, it's a real struggle, and it's quite heartbreaking for her, because she watches him, and he's not nasty about it. I know that sounds really weird, but he doesn't do it purposefully. He kind of can't help the fact that it's just how he is. He likes women, and she watches him, you know, look at other women, and he tries to hide it, but he can't, and she can see it, and it's quite heartbreaking. I feel that sorrow in her, you know, where she knows that she'll never be enough, and realistically I think she knows that this won't last, and it won't last. I don't see it lasting. She'll fight for it, she will fight for it until the bitter end, but it's not built to last, that relationship. It's really not built to last. The Ten of Pentacles talks about family conflict, okay? It talks about money issues. Cardi has a lot of money compared to many other people in her family, and she will give, don't get me wrong, but she knows when to put her foot down and say no. Do you know what I mean? She knows when to say, like, no, you're taking too much. And unfortunately, again, there's that energy of people around her that can't really be trusted, and I do feel like a few of them may be family members where they just want to take the money, and she is very aware of it, because underneath we've got the Page of Swords, which talks about intelligence, being wise, being aware of negotiations, being aware of what you're signing, being aware of contracts, having wisdom and a shrewd observation, and being very analytical. She's got a very good eye, and although she likes to pretend that she's maybe not so intelligent, she actually is. And what's quite funny, I know it's very strange, but the Page of Swords is actually, in business terms, would sum up Cardi B. It's someone who's practical, someone who is quite a good judge of characters. She can tell when someone is, you know, full of crap from the get-go. Like, Cardi B can tell that. And so although there are these people around her, she knows who they are, and she knows how to kind of filter them out of certain situations. So she is quite aware of that. Now, we've got the Seven of Cups, which talks about confusion. It talks about being a little bit overwhelmed. She's getting a lot of opportunities, and I do feel like this is going to come after that movie she's in. There's a lot of opportunities coming to her, and it's going to allow her to reach a goal of hers that she's always wanted to have, and I do feel like that's obviously part of this business move. There's an immense potential for her to, like, show her talent, but because of everything that's going on, it's a bit of a whirlwind for her, because like I said, she may come across really bold and brave in public and as her persona and as her celebrity persona, but actually she's quite vulnerable. She's quite a soft, sensitive person, and all of that kind of Cardi B is a front. Berkeley's is a very anxious, vulnerable, soft. I feel like she definitely suffers with anxiety because I can feel it. I can feel it in my stomach. There's a whole load of insecurities about not being good enough. She's got many demons, okay? And I know that's confirmed because we've got the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords does talk about suffering, victimization. It talks about being a victim of stress and anxiety and pressure and constant battles with colleagues and family and people around her. She's not, Cardi B is not a happy person, okay? She's not someone who is content or feels content with her life or feels like, you know, she's got enough. It's always like, it's never enough, you know? Never enough, never, like, that's how I feel with her. I feel like never enough, never. Like, I really feel like it's never enough, no matter what she achieves. It was that same kind of energy with Mac Miller. It's like whatever he achieved, whatever he did, it was never enough. Like, he never lived up to himself. And it's that same energy with Cardi B. Nothing she does is enough for her. She could get all the praise in all the world, and deep down inside she still doesn't feel good enough, okay? Now the Hermit reversed. The Hermit, as we know, talks about going into isolation, but Cardi's refusing. She actually needs to just step back and take a break, but she won't. And what's really interesting is the Hermit reverse talks about refusal to take a break. I'm not taking a break, I'm not stopping, I will not do it. Even though, honestly guys, I feel mentally drained with Cardi B. I feel completely and utterly, I feel like after this reading, honestly, I could just go to bed and sleep. Like, I feel her energy is just depleted. And no matter what she comes on and says on any social media platform, like, her energy is just zapped. She's running on nothing. She's literally running on nothing. And it's all because Five of Pentacles, it's fear. It's the Five of Pentacles talks about a fear of losing money and a fear of being in debt and a fear of having poverty, and it's not actually losing money. She's not going to lose any money. It's the fear. It's the fear of, if I don't get up and do this, people are going to forget me. If I don't get up and work, I'm not going to make any money. When she has enough money, in reality, she could take a break for a month or so, but she won't. She's in utter fear. She's going to make herself really sick. And I tell you that now because I just feel sick with anxiety with her. I actually have the physical feeling, and it's not often that I get that physical feeling with people, but I'm telling you now, Cardi, if you're watching, which you know you're not, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. Okay. Come on then, Miss Blunt Cardi B, what have you got to say? What have the cards got to say? Because honestly, I don't feel too much with her. I just feel like everything at the moment is a big tornado. I honestly feel like, and I'm getting this image, like I can see Cardi B standing there and around her is just this tornado. And I just feel like there's so much stuff going on around her, and I just see her just in the middle of it, just like feeling suffocated and not being able to breathe. Like it's the anxiety, and realistically, like I said, she needs a break, but she won't take one. Right, Cardi B. There's also very little of a support system around Cardi B, and I mean a very little. Like, she doesn't have many friends, okay? Her sister is very supportive to her, but not in the way that she needs support. Like, she's the big sister, and I feel like she takes on that role very well, and I don't feel like her sister can give her the support she needs. Offset can't, like, she really needs some. I just want to go and scoop her up and just honestly be like, we're going to the Cayman Islands for a month, and you're not going to go on your phone, and you're not going to write any emails, and you're not going to talk to anyone. You're just going to have this time out. She needs time out. Okay, but let's see what the simple answers cards say for Cardi, because that'd be interesting. Right, six simple answers cards I'm being told to pull for Cardi. Okay. That flipped over when I was shuffling, so this, yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised really. So here we've got just laugh, talk to God. Okay, there's some surrendering here that Cardi needs to do, and it's like I said, she needs to let go. She can't let go. It's like no, she's clinging on for dear life. She's clinging on for dear life. It's like, no, I'm not going anywhere, because if I go anywhere, people are going to forget about me, and if people forget about me, what's going to happen? I'm not going to make any money. She's taking everything so seriously, and I feel like that's the heaviness I feel on my heart. I honestly, if I look at Cardi's private life, I can't even see the last time she would have had a joke, and she's lost. She's lost. She needs to come back down to earth and reconnect with her spirit. Tell the truth. Yeah, she's not. Look, we've got tell the truth over share your gifts, okay? And I feel like that represents being honest about how she feels over her business. She has to put herself first. Lend a hand and reach out. I feel like that's her needing to basically have someone lend her a hand. She needs to reach out and ask for help, okay? Because she's suffering in silence. She's literally suffering in silence, and it's not good. And I'm just being called to pull 2 more tarot cards for her, for Cardi going forward. So let's just pull 2 more tarot cards for Cardi going forward. Yeah. She doesn't have anyone to talk to. The High Priestess talks about doing work in secret, keeping things to yourself. I feel for her, I actually really do. My gosh. Okay. High Priestess talks about doing work in secret and being quite isolated in that, and having your own secrets and keeping them to yourself. The Queen of Cups talks about someone who is loving and overflowing. So I do feel like there is a woman there for her that will come in and help her, and I don't feel like it's her mum or anyone like that. I actually feel like it's an older woman in the industry. I don't know who it is, but I feel like, I don't know whether we'll hear about that or not, but I feel like there is an older woman that will come in and see that she's just being swarmed. There's no one around Cardi B that's really looking out for her welfare, and that includes herself. She's not looking out for her welfare either. So when she's feeling run down and drained like she is right now, and she really needs to take a break, but she's like, no, there's no one there to be like, no, Cardi, you need to take a break. They're like, yeah, keep going, because they're making money for them, and she's making money as it is. And it's quite sad. I do feel like a little bit of a sad energy, and I can't really honestly see past the block of like 6 months from now. But I don't feel like it's going to get any better, and I do feel like if she carries on like this, she's going to make herself really sick mentally. It's not, I'm really sad to read that, but the acting is there for her, and I do feel like that will be really good, but energy wise, she needs some healing, and she needs a break. And can we just send her a little bit of love, a little bit of light, a little bit of healing? Because her energy right now, guys, I actually feel a bit sick. I actually feel a bit sick and drained and tired, because her energy is just zapped. She's got nothing. I don't even know how she's getting up to do anything, because I just feel like physically exhausted. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it wasn't too much of an upbeat reading this week, but if we can just send lots of love and light to Cardi, whether you like her or not, I think anyone who needs help and healing, we should send love and light to them. So if we can do that, that would be great. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this every single week. If you want to have your say on who I read for next, then make sure to head over and follow me on Instagram. And lastly, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, then just email kirstieLewisreadings@outlook.com and ask to be added to the waiting list. And once my price list is available, I'll email it over to you. Thank you so much for your love and support, lovelies. I'll see you soon. Bye.